Hello, chat. We're back with a very chill stream today. Why does my camera always bounce back up? Oh, that's why. The back is fucked. There we go. Today we're here with a chill stream. I'm going to be modding. I have slowly been losing my will to continue, but hopefully this works. So this is the Blender file. I've been trying to get it to work. Okay, all lighting has been completely removed. Look at all this lighting, chat. Look how incredibly well lit this is. Where's Foundation? Sapien. This is what the map looks like currently because I had to remove all lighting. I just have to rebuild the lighting in Blender because I did something very dumb and I'm hoping this fixes it. It should only take about a minute to do the lighting, but yeah. Today we're just doing a chill stream. This is not going to be a very long stream at all. Oh, guys, that is frozen. Uh-oh. Right, I changed everything, didn't I? Hang on. Wait, did it crash or did I stop it? Change that to 8 threads. Change that from highest to high. And we're going to see if... Wait. It looks like everything. All right, hang on. Now we're going to try and light the map. This direct light map scenario. I think it's going to take a long time for the first time, but here's what we've got so far. So I managed to set up the water, and I've got a skybox going with a giant halo ring around it. The outer areas I need to fix the materials of because they are currently still default Halo 3. Oh, there's water. We have water here now. I guess I might have... Oh, no, I think I set that up manually at some point. We've got water. I need to set up waterfalls too. But you'll know that this is still rocks. It's not supposed to be rocks. It's supposed to be grass like this. I'm going to have to set up a separate... There's a fly. I'm going to have to set up a separate piece of geometry here because it's supposed to be... Along here is supposed to be sandy beaches. Along here, I'm going to have to change the sand with something else because we're not going to have sand around here. This isn't really going to be a beach. But this is what the beach currently looks like at its maxed out lighting. Okay. Okay, yeah. The light mapping is going. Yeah, it's got to reset the light maps. I was stupid, and what I did was I kept trying to redo the lights, but nothing was changing. Even though I was changing settings in the thing, then I realized I wasn't exporting the geometry at all. I was keeping it the same geometry every single time. I was just not changing. I wasn't changing anything, which means the materials for the lights didn't change. So we just had the same thing. I'm sure that's just a little bit. That's just how it's. That's just when it's not fully done. I'm sure it will be fine when it's fully completed. I'm hoping. I'm hoping this is just a problem with it being halfway done. Yeah, because like a lot of it's not lit, so I'm sure that's just a halfway done thing. I'm very much hoping that that's just a one-off thing. I can check for errors though. Those errors don't matter. Don't matter. It's probably not a good thing that I'm saying this error doesn't matter. But yeah, this sort of takes its time, especially when you do it for the first time. It kind of sucks. Not a lot I can do while I wait for it to load. Because it resets the scenario every time. I can walk around though. Spawn myself in. For some reason, when I teleport myself, it's like... It does that weird thing. But what's great is the map looks like it's working, except for the giant blacked out boxes, which I'm pretty sure is just a thing of it not being done. It says waiting for process to complete. It's probably going to take extra long because I'm streaming. Yep, it's doing more. That's good. It's doing more. These are basically my glorified just chatting streams. This is me doing just chatting while I do something in the background. I don't like doing just chatting streams because I like to keep myself busy with something. And I feel like modding is how I keep myself busy. Task succeeded. Okay, that part's done. Okay, so another part of it's done. Okay, it's doing more. I wish I could show you, but it like shows PC files and stuff. It's at the final gather. But if we look, okay, no, nothing changed. That's great. We love that. Not completed yet, but finalize. Old tag getting nuked. Yep. Succeeded. Still doing more. There's a lot it has to do. Damn, there's a lot of things this thing needs to do. I'm going to see if I can bump it up to 12 cores because it uses my CPU threads to do this. The more threads I use, the faster this goes. I got something down, which some people on the server says it takes 2 hours for them to do. I got it done like half an hour just by dedicating 12 cores. I have 32 cores, apparently. I don't know how many cores my PC has. My PC is doing its thing. There's so much stuff it has to do. All right, there we go. It says it's complete. There we are. Yes. Okay, I fixed a bug that was causing all this to be square. There we go. There. It's nice and lit up. Got a little orange hue to it for a sunset. Fully lit up, but as I move around, I get fixed. Look at that. Oh, that's such good lighting. We go down here. Yeah, there we go. Although it does, I do think I need to edit where the sun is coming from because I think it thinks it's coming from really high up when it's not. It's supposed to be really low to the ground, which should be casting a lot more in the shadows. A lot more of this place should be in the shade, but it's not. It's like it's coming from higher up. I also need to fix these trees, but that can be done way later. That part is done with thingy. I'm not quite sure which one. Hmm. There are people in the house yelling. Not for bad reasons, just yelling for thingy. Let me click save and do the rendered viewpoint. The shadow buffer is full. Okay, click that. I'm pretty sure this is what does the thing. One of them is making the shadows, and I'm trying to figure out what's doing that. Because I thought moving it would work, because it says this is the sun. What if I'm going to lower it. I'm going to lower it and change its orientation. Let me make it. Let me see what happens if I point it in a different direction. I'll export that. You can also see how one side is very clearly not lit up. I'm also going to need to reduce the shine on the rocks. Because the rocks are too shiny. Oh. Wait, what? I don't know what caused this to start working all of a sudden. But I'm not complaining. This just started working all of a sudden. Yeah, okay. Now we have a waterfall here too. The waterfall for the thing is working now. Although you can very easily see that it comes from nothing. But we have a waterfall. I just need to add sound. I don't know if I can add sound zones to this place. Is it acoustics? No. Yes. No. Hang on a sec. Someone's at the door. That. What are we doing again? All right, exporting the sky. Okay, sky is apparently already done. Reset the map. Yeah, hang on. It keeps placing me at the origin. I need to set up a player spawner. Even though it keeps deleting it. Okay, so it looks like it's... I don't know how to explain it, but it looks like the sun is basically like way up there when it's down there. I don't know if it does it on the map where I took this from, because I took this from the Installation 04 Firefight map. I'm going to change the amount of threads to 12. I'm going to relight it. Yeah. So this is going a lot faster now because we already have a light map there and the map didn't change. Do I have images of installation 04? Halo Reach 04. Yeah, even the enemies have the similar light thing. Like it looks like the light is higher than it needs it needs to be lower. It needs to be at this angle, not like up. Skybox looks good though. I just need to set up land so that they don't um what's it called? Just so that they don't you can't see empty void, but the water works. I had to do a lot of trickery for the water to work. The water is basically a water plane texture. I don't know why it does that. I don't know why the water is so freaking out like this when I'm here, but it like calms down when I'm over here. It could just be how low to the ground it is. But the water plane texture is a this is a water texture, and then right beneath it I have the actual water effect and stuff. I do need to figure out how to set up soft barriers and everything so that players can't just walk out of the map. Yeah, so underwater is a completely separate thing. You can shoot it and everything and it still like does all the stuff. How's the lighting going? We have not run out of cores. Um, I have a separate thing that has pathfinding and everything. I need to fix shaders like this. I need to add another thing. I got to add a crashed pelican here as like a scenery object. I don't think Reach has any crashed pelicans, but I could probably just use a pelican. I could probably just grab a pelican, change its bones, give it a custom model, and set up a crashed variant. This actually looks pretty... Okay. Fucker. I was looking at that. And then you made all the trees completely bright. Yeah, it's still going. I am actually happy with how the land looks. This is actually using modified Forge World ground for the ground section. Do I have to redo every light mapping for this to work? When I searched up installation 04, I got I got the person who made its ArtStation page. That's pretty cool. Okay, direct light mapping complete. I don't think that changed the angle. No, that didn't. Could it be? Hang on. No, all of these strengths are the same. I might have to remake... Unless it's not using a modified sky. Hang on a sec. I'm going to flip the skybox upside down and export it and then set it back up, right side up. And I'm going to see if it changes on the thing, because then that would mean that we've been using the wrong sky the entire time. We should be using the right one. $8 p.m. I guess the scenery wouldn't have changed. Only the render model would have changed, not the scenery. Yeah, Sky 2 model. Yeah, this one was changed today. 3 o'clock, so I think it just finished. Yep. Yeah, it's upside down now. We're on the underside of the Halo ring. That would actually be a pretty cool mission, being on the underside of the Halo ring. Let's flip it back right side up. We're gonna have to redo the light map. We're gonna have to redo the lighting for the entire map. Update lighting info, light scenario. Hang on a sec. Let's delete the lighting we have. Ark Forest. Oh, right, I remember that one. I tried to make a forest map on using the Ark. Go delete those two. Delete. Close. Open, and there shouldn't be a thing there. Okay, there's still lighting. Let me re-import the geometry. I need to re-import the geometry so that there is no lighting. And then we can see if changing the direction of the sun on the skybox actually will change anything. No way that's done so quickly. No, it's not. I think setting up the distance stuff might be a bit difficult. I want to set up some like rock pillars out in the ocean. I think that would be pretty cool, having some rock pillars. But I need to do enough so that you can't see the void when you look around. I also need to figure out how soft barriers work. Let me just see. Let me look at the Discord. How do we make them? Design structure. Oh, okay. That's what that is. I'm gonna take a look at that when this is done importing. BSP2 will not generate pathfinding. See, it says that, but it always does. And then again, I think it's just this area here that won't generate pathfinding because I don't think this is a structure. Oh, it is a structure. Okay, it's making pathfinding anyway. You do that while I see if that's because you... Where's my mouse? No, it's stolen my mouse. You fucking mouse thief. All right, yeah. Lighting is gone. Are you done? Oh, it's doing every BSP. You don't need to do that. I only wanted the one BSP. You don't have to re-import all of them. I gotta set up a more wavy water texture for the ocean. It's also insane how the regular water texture just ends here. All right. Let's start doing lighting again. Not all BSPs, just BSP 10. Let me go into the scenario and make sure that it has a default sky. Hang on, I'm going to delete the extra scenario I have just in case it's fucking with it. Yeah, only BSP 10 has structure design. Yeah, here we go. That's that. Where's default sky? There we go. Set to that. Why are you doing pathfinding again? We don't have AI yet. Okay. You say will not generate pathfinding. Now I'm worried that you didn't generate anything. Let me check real quick. Oh, the AI didn't get removed. Okay, zones, new instance. Let's see if it really didn't generate. It really can't generate my pathfinding. That worked. That's BSP 1. Let's make you not pee. Not a joke. They actually have a peeing thing. Save and set your zone to zone 0. No, pathfinding is working. Yeah, see? I'm so happy with how these brutes turned out. I'm so happy with how I managed to port them in. Like, obviously the brutes aren't... The brute model isn't mine. I need to actually save who made these models, but they did a great job of setting them up for Halo 3, and I think I did a good job porting them from Halo 3 to Reach. They look great. And I'm pretty sure he should turn into a major if... Yeah, there we go. We got the brute major. Unfortunately, there's no voiceover thing. It looks good though. He did a great job making the textures higher resolution. Let's start with that lighting changes. All right, light map scenario. We're going to see if that changes the direction of everything. So if we remember, it was that way. It should be this way now. I'm also happy that Halo 3's textures look... Why is the entire thing still upside down? Thought I changed that back. Okay, hang on. Stop the lighting. Where is it? I thought I changed the sky back. I guess I forgot to. We gotta fix the sky, chat. The sky is falling, and by that I mean it's upside down. Yeah, I don't know why the sky model takes so long. Probably because there's a lot of lights on it. I've been trying to get this thing to work for a while now. You can also see that there's very clearly a texture thing there. Also, these trees have snow in them, which I might need to change. I love how it just cuts off here. Unironically, I think you could... Not unironically. I think the grass texture looks really funny because look how shit the grass looks compared to the Reach one. Like, the Reach one looks like grass. This looks like crap. Although I think it's moss. I think it's supposed to be moss rocks. Them textures. The trees look nice. The trees look pretty nice for Halo Reach. There's so much, like, when I go into this, there's so much that I never see before. Like, you start here in Halo 3, and you can just go along this side and have high ground throughout the entire fight. But no one does that. Everyone just pushes straight through this camp here and Spartan lasers the 2 shade turrets and then moves on. Okay, the sky's finished. Save, reload. Yeah, there we go. Now the sky is upright. All right, let's do the lighting again. This is also direct lighting only. This isn't super high lighting. So it shouldn't be too bad. I want to do some Forerunner weapons. I want someone to 3D model the... There's a guy who does like... His channel stuff is like the art of Halo. And I really want someone to 3D model some of the things he does. Because, oh my god, they look so cool in his art. And I really want to try them in a Halo mod. Someone made a Shadow the Hedgehog mod for Halo? What? Excuse me? That's kind of cool. I also figured out how Tiny Halo works. You like walk up a wall. It's like there's a walking on walls thing that every biped has. Or climb walls thing that every biped has, but it's strange. I should probably have the lighting thing up on my side chat, on my side window, so I know what's going on. I'm just looking through mods that people have been making. I do want to try a flyable longsword that people can stand on the sides of. Also, the guy that made the brute models updated them, and now there's a new there's new models for them. And on one hand, I really want to port them over. On the other hand, I really cannot be fucked going through the process again. I straight up cannot be fucked re-importing the new brute models, especially if the new brute models aren't compatible with Halo, with the models I set up. There's not many differences. He added more body hair on them, but the important inclusion was the brute honor guard. But I don't really need the brute honor guard, so it basically all there really would be is the body hair. But that's fine. I don't really need the body hair that much. The brutes are going to be wearing power armor most of the time anyway, so hey Nex, how you doing? Delicious. It's slowly setting the stuff up again. Probably check now anyway. Oh, everything's pitch black. Everything is not okie dokie. Playing some Slay the Spire 2. Is it fun? I know you're in Fasani's chat. Wait, are you still in Fasani's chat? Are you still causing trouble for Fasani? Do it. Also, tell Fasani not to hurt her wrist again. That would be very upsetty spaghetti. No, I sneaked away. Escaped the clutches of the Sani. That's not good. I don't think I changed the lighting that much. It shouldn't be complete pitch darkness. Your game's pretty fun. That's good. I played the first game. I played Ironclad and only Ironclad. I could not get used to the other ones. Is it still going to be... I don't think the sun can point in a different direction if it's not pointing at the dead center. I think I fucked up the lighting. Still going too, though. Where's the blend file for... Does it have to point into the dead center? Is that the problem? I'm not sure if it not pointing directly at the dead center was the problem or not. Doing the thing, yeah, it's doing the thing where if I save it, it crashes Blender. No, it lit up the scenario. It is still not casting shadows in the direction I want it to, though. It still looks like the shadows are coming from directly above instead of over where the sun is. Okay, yeah, you've definitely just crashed. This image that I keep seeing in this Halo mod Discord looks like a fever dream. Trying to figure out how sun direction works. I must change the direction of the sun. Maybe it's maybe it has something to do with these things. So I'm looking in Blender right now. It's a lens flare. Atmospheric. That's the lens flare, and I think the giant glow is the atmospheric stuff. Let me. Okay, I can't believe I'm doing this. Let me turn on textures. hang on. For some reason, changing the direction of the sun isn't changing where the shadows are, which is not great because I kind of need that to change. Let me see if the sky model has lighting stuff. I still don't know what VMF lights are. What is IJK for this stuff? Okay, so there's 100 lights, or 100. Is there 101? 101 lights and 1 sunlight. 100. There's 100 skylights and 1 sunlight. Is the giant like horizon glow the sunlight? Because when I change it, it changes everything except for the shadows. Okay, I need to lower the speed of the camera. I'm losing myself. Master Ace, thank you for the raid. Hi everyone, my name is Lucky. I'm an Australian creator. I'm just doing some modding today. How was your stream? What did you do today? There we go. Hello, stream was good playing C. First time playing Halo? We're modding the game today. I like breaking everything. Just trying to figure out lighting. God. Not first time, but playing through all the Halos. I wish you luck. Thank you, thank you. If you've played all the Halos, you might recognize this. It's the Covenant from Halo 3, but I'm porting it to Reach. The geometry is working well and the lighting's going good. I'm just trying to figure out how to change where the shadows are coming from because it doesn't look like it's coming from the sun properly. It looks like the sun is more up there. If I go to the tip of the shadow, it's more like the sun's coming from here when the sun is coming from over there. So we're having a little bit of issues, but we can get through it all. Eventually this will work. It has to. It doesn't have a choice in its matter. Thank you for the follow, Master Aston. Welcome to the Void. I hope you enjoy your stay. And I hope that your games of Halo go well. Is there a specific one of these for shadows? I did not want to do that. There we go. Okay. The sunlight's over there. I think one of these. Hang on, I'll show what I'm looking at in Blender. Yeah, this is what I'm looking at Blender. I think one of the lights here is controlling the shadows. Like, I'm fairly certain there's a light around here that's doing shadows, like more than the others. Like 108 seems like a bit much. Let's scroll through all the shit. Okay, there's a lot of shit. There's a lot of ones. Only the sun is different. Only the sun is like has a crap ton of strength. I don't know what temperature does. Well, the radius is 0. But yeah, I need to figure out why it looks like the shadows are coming from the wrong direction. I think I can fix the trees being weird too. That's like a tint issue. How do I edit this? Hang on, I need to edit this thing that I made. Maybe if I just... No, that wouldn't work. Although I'm curious to see what would happen if I did what I'm thinking of. So I think... What? Oh my god. 55. Okay, what happens if I do this? Whenever I select all the skylights and I rotated them this way. Like that. We'll export it and then we'll reverse it and save it. And we'll see what happens. I'm actually happy with how the map looks for the most part. Might take like a minute to do the importing. Hmm. White map shadows. Okay, that's done. Reset that and save. Refresh the map. And redo lighting. I might need to relight it as draft and then relight it again to see how it looks. How's this going? Wrong one. Still loading. All right. Should still be quicker. Sun dial intensity. Please copy to focus on line multiplier first bounce scale. Ah. Okay, it's going into another task. Final gather, sure. Oh, right. Another thing I need to do is, where's the sky? All right, I need to go to the sky from this one. Guess I don't need to do anything there. That was not the final render. No, it's doing more. Damn, this takes a while. Let me look at the sun and the sun for both the original, well, the one I stole this from, and the new one. They're both identical outside of direction. Same with the sun intensity and direction. Did that do that properly? Oh, I think that did work. I think that worked. Hang on, let me place down my Spartan. No, that didn't work, did it? Nope. Here's the top of this shadow. The sun should be up there. Did it work on the geometry? Maybe it just worked on the geometry and nothing else. Because these shadows look like they go just enough. Maybe it's just not working on the player. Yeah, it does look different. Hang on, let me spawn in. Hang on, let me check to see if player shadows do something different. Hang on, yeah, I can do that. I can actually easily check that. Let's go to Forge World. You go, drink in a sec. Levels. Multi. Forge Halo. Forge Halo. Give me one moment while I go drink. Let's take a look at the skylight here. I could open up the other map. Let me see. So that's my face. What? Yeah, this map doesn't do it right either. Do player shadows just not match up with the sunlight? Hmm. It doesn't look like the shadow for Spartans matches up with the light. Although this one's still different. Hmm. Hmm. So this one, it looks like it's coming from a pretty similar spot. Let me get to a flatland. I'm also thinking of porting forge objects into Blender so I can use them for geometry. I think that's about the same as my map. Let me put up my map now, which I wish I could have multiple instances of this program running, but I can't. Levels, solo, M50. Done. Oh, wait, wrong channel. I put my question in the generic modding channel. Let me see if I can. Okay, now I spawn myself in, and I'm gonna see. I think the one on Forge World is a bit longer. Bright side is the geometry's shadows are seem correct, at least for the most part. Here's the tip of the shadow right here. Yeah, for the most part, this seems correct. What I'm not sure about is how I get the players to match it too. Yeah, this should pretty much all be in shadows. I still don't know why the player shadows acts like the sun is really high. Let me get an object. Let me spawn on a warthog. Actually, is there a map in Halo Reach that is in a sunset? Halo Master Chief Collection. Let me see if there's a Reach map that takes place in a sunset. All right, I don't have the music enabled. There is no chanting. Creative, Forge, Reach, built in, not modded. None of Reach's maps really take place on a sunset, do they? Firefight. I don't think you ever fight during sunset in Halo Reach. Or like morning or early morning. The alternative is I grab the lighting from a different map. Forge, Reach, built in. Let's look at... Let's look at Highlands. I will look down. I think it's like a 90-degree angle in which it should be. Okay. Where's the sun? Oh, there is no sun on this map. think my shadow's a bit further than it is in the other map. Look, this looks like it's depending on where I'm standing. Where's an object that's... Is there an object around? Is there like some kind of lighting? I don't know how I would check this. How you doing, Nex? Yeah, no. The lighting definitely doesn't seem to work properly with the Spartan. It's also moving. As I move along here, it gets longer. Now it's down there and it slowly goes further out. I don't know what does this. Dealing with a B-day at home. Ah, okay. I'm not quite sure what handles all this stuff. Shadow's moving probably because I'm inside. Now it's over there. It's on this side and I come out and it moves again. Yeah, okay. Okay, so I don't think it's something I can really worry about in Reach. They make a noise. My family's watching the footy, so they're making noise too. Let's end the game.
Game over.
I'm going to we're going to go back to Blender. It's everyone's favorite. Is this the right one? That is not the right one. Nope. Here we are. We're going back to Blender's map. Going back to the map in Blender. We've done that. That section is done. Now we have to do this section. I don't know why it does that. It shouldn't be doing that. All right. We'll quickly save because it's working now. Edit mode. I have just hit the portal. We shall hide the portal because that portal is not needed. Edit mode. Okay, I thought it crashed. Let's quickly remove this thing here. And we're going to hide BSP 1 and BSP 2 because we're on BSP 4. Let's turn on textures. Okay. Okay, let's quickly go off edit mode. Let's see. Okay. So it uses that shader for the ground here. Let's hide this again. Okay. Save. Convert to Blender material. Yeah, see now the ground has been textured now. I'm just using the same texture I had before. Question is, yeah, it goes on to that. Question is, will it line up with what's in the area beforehand? That's what we got to find out. We got to export selected BSPs. Okay. I'm pretty sure that's the only thing we really needed to change, aside from the high up stuff. We just need to change the ground here and then do the lighting again. Oh, we also need water. We need the water. We need underwater stuff. We need one for down there and up here. Otherwise, it's just a texture. Hang on. I'm going to cancel that. Oh my god. I really wish Blender had a feature where it let you fly through like you can in Sapien. Okay. This is the water. I need to grab the water stuff from this area here. Okay. We need a new collection. Design. Pretty sure it uses, yep, it's water still. Put that in there. We're going to shrink it down. And we're going to move this. Now we can lock onto it. Let's turn that off. Let's get the... Let me make sure actually real quick that this is in the right... This is under the right thing. It doesn't need a material or anything. Hang on. Okay, yeah, it automatically moved BSPs. That's good. And it should be selected by default. Yep. Yep, that works. Okay. So I need to get this. I need to get the X and Y for this. I actually think I just need the Y, don't I? No, I need the X. No, Z is up and down, isn't it? Yeah, Z is up and down. I needed the up and down. Let's move that over here. And make it larger so it covers... I need to cover everything without going into there. What I could do is I could make it... Could make another one. There. I thought... Never mind. Shift D. Make this smaller. There we go. They've been clipped together. Let me make another one. Okay, turn that off. Move that to the side. Turn that on again. Yep, that should work. I need to make it smaller. Thinner, actually. I just got to make sure it doesn't clip to the inside of the structure. No, we're good. That doesn't go inside the structure. Okay. That's that one. And we can shift D that. We can turn off the magnet. Make the dimensions 10 by 10. So it's back to normal. So it's been normalized. And then we just got to do this little puddle up here. It's not the best way to do it, but it's good enough. Move that there. Local. In local. Do that. Yeah, for some reason I'm not allowed to copy the color and stuff. The can't help but notice that that doesn't make sense. I wish I could just copy and paste this though. Hang on, let me see if I cut. Well, let's see if copy and pasting it works actually. Duplicate it. Now I have to figure out where it is in all this mess. Drop it into this. Plane. Water plane. Get rid of this material and just replace it with the basic one. Keep it as a water. It's already a water surface. Let me. Would it be in edit mode? No, that doesn't work. Okay. So now we export with just design, I think was the fix that I was given by Crisp. Crisp told me just to do that last time. I don't know how I just did that. I just opened up an NVIDIA panel.
Roxy.
I opened up an NVIDIA panel somehow. That's so funny. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. All right. I'm hoping that these things work. Let me see. I'm trying to see if I can find the thing. this not pop up when I did that? I love looking at people getting the same issue as me, being like, haha, yeah. Okay, apparently it's done. Hoping it doesn't remove the thing from the other part that I did. Let me make sure that it got the thing right. Good thing I got a fresh drink. Nope, it didn't make a design map. I hate this. It didn't take away the lighting from the last one. Yep, still no underwater effect. Oh, God. Fucking damn it. I don't know why it made one for each of them. Do we still have the water on the other map? Water's still there. Oh my God. Took 3 minutes just to tell me that it did nothing. It quite literally did 2 minutes of doing nothing. God, where is my thing? Okay, so I got to do all. I have to do all of this. Don't update lighting info. There. It might take a while, but apparently this is how I get structure design to work. And I guess it will set up the ground texture too. Oop. I see removed invalid structure design. I don't like that. I never said you could do that. Who did that? Why would you do that? I'm going to hurt whoever did that. Okay, do we have water? Nope. That must mean it was doing the first bite. I guess if the ground is still the same. So without updating the lighting info, it should still be the same. I do like this lighting though. The nice warmness of the sun. It's funny because you can have a sunset on a halo ring, but the rest of the halo ring is still going to look like it's either bright or complete darkness because the entire halo is being lit by the sun. I do like what we've got going on so far. Oh, I forgot to set up the waterfall. I never set up the waterfall here. It's nice that we have a waterfall going on though. I just need to figure out how to set up not acoustics. I need to figure out how to set up sounds. Oh, here we go. Atmospheres, is it? Natural sound. Ambient. I definitely spelled that wrong. How do I spell ambient again? Okay, so it's atmosphere, I think. Yep. Something finished. Something finished, so. Sorry, I saw something I just did not like the look of. Oh, and it still took away all the lighting. Fuck you. Great, I need to rebuild the lighting again. Hang on, I'm going to switch maps. Yeah, save. I'm going to boot up Beaver Creek with... No, not Beaver Creek. Timber Hill? I don't remember what the fuck the map's name is. Timberland. This is where I got the waterfall texture from. This is really just a big mishmash of different textures from Reach. That is a majority of what this is. I do need to change the textures for the upper area though, because it's going to be using the other thing. I don't know why I'm trying to make the map look perfect first. I'm pretty sure I should be working on enemy encounters before and scripting before map making, but I'm worried that if I redo the map for lighting, it's going to just reset everything. Oh yeah, I want to get the anti-air wraith working too in Reach. Okay. Here's the waterfall. Oh, I also need to do these crashing textures. That is actually a lot louder than I thought it would be. So it would be in structure data, cluster palette, acoustics. Ooh. That's cool. How do they get set up though? How do you set up the zones though? Oh, here we go, cluster points. Yeah, that's how you set up cluster points. That's cool. Huh. This seems really far out of the map. It's actually a pretty cool water effect. I might use this. Oh, atmosphere is the fog. Acoustics is all this stuff. Sound environment. Acoustics transitions. I have no clue what acoustic transitions mean. I don't know what air probes are. Maybe it's like fog. Some fog up here. I didn't even realize. You could sneak out there without being outbound. So you could do so much creepy, so much bad shit with that. Is this underwater too, by the way? I need to check. Yeah, it's underwater. That's cool. Where do the sounds come from? Weather dumplings. This is grass and stuff. I can do that later. All right, let's see. Did you add a structure design or did you scam me again? Ah, God, I'm gonna lose my shares. My shiznit. See, it says it's done, but I have a feeling it's lying to me again. Okay, that's working. I see there's a bunch of errors. Okay, what if I did this? Delete, grab this, Shift D. Set both those to 0. And remove this material and just replace it with basic material that I've been using for all of them. There we go. I don't know why that was lagging for a second. All right. I'm going to try and export this again, and hopefully it should be fine. Structure and design or BSP. No, just yeah, structure and design. I need to go to the bathroom, so I'll be back. I'm going to let that go. I'll be right back, chat. Sorry, chat. I'm hoping that the structure designs worked and I didn't get scammed again. Let's check. One. Please tell me the structure designs worked. God, no, it didn't. Why do you not work? I still haven't figured out how the sound effects work on these maps. These are all the kill volumes and the soft kill volumes. Butterflies. Oh. There's a volume for butterflies. Oh, there's named locations and stuff. That's cool. I like that. Flags. Nope. Oh, sound scenery. Where do I interact with sound scenery and stuff? Oh, it would be up here, right? They're respawn points. Effect scenery? That's the waterfall base. Sound scenery. There we go. Wow, that's a lot of sounds just for a river. Okay, so it's all the way down at sound scenery. And I just add them from here. Gotcha. Oh, okay. So I don't know why it's not creating a thing. I'm going to delete these two water planes. It's over there. That should work. Okay. Let's hope that it does. If I can get one of them to work. I saw a bunch of errors and I'm scared. Again, doesn't create a structure design. I don't know what the hell is wrong with this thing. It's rebuilding pathfinding again. Ooh, that's not right. That's that's grass. That needs to change to something else. Let me make sure they line up correctly. No, they do not. I need to change. I need to fix that up. They should line up correctly. I don't know why it wouldn't. Oh, I know why it doesn't line up. I can fix that in a sec. That is lost, however. I need to fix structure designs. It's not working. Hmm. And this takes a while. still not quite sure why the structure design thing acts so shitty. I need to figure out. I need to fix up the geometry too when I get the chance, because this is using it. It thinks the ground out here is the one that's at the beach. I'm gonna remove the AI when I get the chance so that they don't fucking fly. I hate how this thing steals my mouse. What it does is it makes the mouse invisible so I can't use it. It like takes it. Yep, no structure design just yet. I wonder if I copy and paste it. No, it probably wouldn't work. It's probably set up. Yeah. This doesn't even have anything in it. Expert mode. Okay. There's a few. Yeah, here we go. Let me quickly remove the AI while I can. Just so it doesn't redo the things every single time. I can see this fly. It keeps like going out the corner of my vision. I'm like, I'm going to get you. Fuck, it just needs to sit still. No. I keep seeing this little shit. What I hate most is that it says it has the tag after importing. Like, no, you didn't make a tag. You're just pretending that you made a tag. Only the first rendered geometry has it. Let me make sure that it didn't. Okay, yeah, I accidentally created a giant puddle of water. This is why it doesn't have a material. Export only design. Ugh. What is a leaky mesh and bad connections? Because that might actually be the problem. seeing you fucking fly. I keep seeing you. God damn it, next. Fucking fly. You come back here so I can catch you. It keeps going behind my monitor. I lose it. I'm gonna get this fly. That's instance geometry. Huh? Do I have to redo everything again? God damn it. Oh, the water's here, but it's just not making the structure design. We have the water, it's just not making the underwater effect. Give me a sec. Let me check something real quick. I'm losing my mind here. All I want is the thing to work. No, you didn't. Did I accidentally not have... I forgot to do structure as well. Do that again. Okay, let me see if I can... I'm going to do that, and I'm going to... No, I can't do anything in Blender because it's re-importing. I need to make the wave effect larger on this so it doesn't look very small. It needs to look like an ocean. God, you can see the error here. Come on. Hurry up so I'm able to continue working on this. I don't know if I'm using tool fast or not. I'm not sure what the reflection is supposed to be. I don't know what this reflection is meant to be, but it's something. I might need to change the water texture because it's very, like, orangish. God, this is taking forever. This is one BSP that I'm changing. Tim, it took almost 3 minutes. Okay, there. The giant puddle is gone. It's been 82 years. And this fucker won't load properly. Yeah, okay, now I gotta do this part. I had Crisp's help up for a second. I think I got rid of it. God damn it, I did get rid of it. I was in the Halo modding Discord and I got rid of it. What happens if I do this? What happens if I make one using BSP 10 and I rename it to BSP 40? What if happens if I do that? I know it won't work straight away, but can I make one now? See if I can trick the game into thinking it's already made one. I don't think I tricked it. No, I didn't trick it. Said I... It says these haven't been changed since the 17th. This motherfucker hasn't been updating the things. Update the structure designs, you little shit. Okay, so now it's changed the structure of BSP 40 and the structure design of BSP 40. God. Yep. Here we go. We have a crash. The design crashed. Still no water texture or water effect. I'm guessing it didn't update this either. Nope. Fuck it. Hang on. We're going to do all of them again, apparently. This is going to take a while. All right, we now have to hope that it does the structure design and not crash. I'm going to keep looking through Discord for answers until I figured it out. Hmm. I just have to wait for this to just load up, apparently, because that's apparently how you make structure designs. I got blinded. Good thing you guys didn't get blinded. I got hella blinded, though. I realize you can make your own PDA view. Hmm. How's this going? Still on 1, apparently. I'm going to see if Foundation has an update. Foundry. Has it? My headphones just scared the shit out of me by beeping because there's been no sound playing for a while that it just ended up not doing anything. If my headphones don't play sound after a while, it just ends up turning off my headphones, which scares me sometimes because I'll be in complete silence and then all of a sudden I'll hear beep boop out of nowhere. And it scares me every time and I don't know why. BSP40. Come on, BSP40. That's why I always have something playing. Well, I have music playing for you guys, just not for me. Okay. Let me spawn myself in. Oh, you removed the fucking spawn location. That's fun. Game data. Place him. And I spawn with a weapon. Water works. I don't think there's any sound effect that plays when I'm underwater. Okay, what was that? That was that. We have water now. I can see you fly. You little shit. I don't want to delete the first section's design structure because I might break it. I might not be able to get it back. Crisp has a scenario tutorial since fucking when? Oh, it's unlisted. That's why I couldn't find this. How do I save a tab? No, not pin. Where is... Oh. Add to bookmarks, yeah. Okay. Probably old, but I'm still going to look at it. Are you done? It says it's done. No water. Okay, what does Crisp do that makes his so much more special than mine? Okay, he just clicks tag sport. Okay, his water doesn't work either. His water doesn't work either. Okay, let's delete the structure design for 40. Guess we just need to hope that it creates a new one. I named the folder correctly. The folder's named correctly. I know that. Damn, people are so good at making maps. I wish I was this good. I wish I didn't have issues like this. Issues such as we don't want to work. These work, but mine doesn't. This giant plane works and can get turned into a structure design, but my one just does not want to create a structure design. I accidentally chucked something at myself. Let me guess, you're crashing now, are you? The hee hee ha ha funny crash when I save. By the way, it crashes at the exact moment I save, so it automatically like get set up properly and everything. So it does still save what I was doing. Try this again. I know there's no update to the program. Leaky mesh, bad connections. Still no water working. I think it's the giant thing here. I think this is causing it to not work. I actually think these things are stopping it from creating it. If I move this, what happened? Everything stays the same. It just removes the thing. I'm going to import a small map that I know that has water into Blender. Levels. What's a small map that has a puddle of water? Like at bare minimum, a puddle of water. Fuck it. I'll just use Timberland. I can import the structure design so I can see how it's set up. Because I really want this to work, but something is causing it to fail. Verbose. I think it's trying to turn the thing into a thingy, Mablubbo. Six open or degenerate edges. Where are these degenerates? I don't know, man. They don't look too open to me. I'm gonna be real. The open edges don't seem too open. It's apparently right over here. It's this. This is apparently an open edge. Oh yeah, that's cool. That's exactly what I wanted. How does it get higher? I don't see any open edges here. Although I am curious what happens if I... Actually, what happens if I do this? Hang on, I'm going to make this a separate one. Save as... Test. Edit mode. Mesh, merge by distance. Yeah, it removed a lot of vertices, and I have a feeling fucked with the face orientation. It did not, but it doesn't look good. Oh my god, what the fuck? Okay. You know what? I just have a better idea. Let's just do it down there. Where are all the open edges? Is it just one on each side? It's one on each side in the same spots. Okay, fucking Christ. Okay. Selected BSP structure. Okay. Hopefully that fixes our open edge issue. Let me see where the open edge is. There's two here. And two over there. Both in the exact same spot. The rest are just leaky connections. And there's more over here. Yeah, these are in the same spot too. Yeah, they're both in the same spot. They both have them in the exact same spot in the two maps. Watch me do this and all of a sudden create more open edges for no reason. What happens if I put a place selection down there? I am tempted to replace all the Forerunner architecture with Halo Reach styled ones, like replacing the shaders and textures. Or at least making the textures in this one match that of Reach. Less bronze, more silver. Yeah, I don't know what the leaky connection thing is about, though. That's something I'm not aware of. We'll probably do this, and if it doesn't fix it, we'll get an end stream, and I'll figure it out off stream. Oh, it's done. Okay. 2 open edges. Are they in the exact same spot? Yeah, they are. They're not going to get fixed, I guess. And it fucked up the textures. At least I think it did. Alright, I'm going to end stream here. This is just going to be me getting frustrated trying to figure out how to get this done. So, we're going to end. And we're going to raid out. I think, is Rachel? Did we raid them yesterday? No, we didn't. Alright. Raid. There we go. Error 404, raid message not found. There's your raid message. I hope everyone has a good day, night, whatever time it is. I'm going to try and fix this, and I'm going to have dinner.